University of Manitoba Archives and Special Collections, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about the display that we've got right now, and that's about Andrew Taylor. Andrew Taylor immigrated from Scotland, and he actually joined the University of Manitoba and graduated with an engineering degree. He became a Dominion surveyor, and he went to Flin Flon and learned about Arctic conditions. He learned about runways using snow. He learned about compaction of snow for roads, and by doing that he was able to get some very important experience, and that allowed him to go south to the Antarctic, and this is the first pole that he begins to explore. So he goes on a covert mission. He's posted there by the British, and he's the only Canadian, and when the leader of the expedition is sent back to England, he actually takes over as leader. So here he is, 1944, during the war, and he's helping survey and solidify the position of the British in the Antarctic. They're very concerned about Argentina and about Argentina's hold on the Falklands, and also about their friendliness to Germany, and so he's very, very much involved in that. So his experience in working in northern Manitoba actually vaults him to the position as leader of this covert mission. From there, he comes back to Canada, and he actually gets on to the SS Edisto and goes up to north to Eureka. In Eureka, they've established in 1947 the Joint Arctic Weather Station. But really, this is during the Cold War, and they're there, I think, to cement Canada's hold over the Arctic. So now he's gone to the Arctic, and essentially he brings food and supplies to the 6 men from the United States and Canada that have created this Joint Arctic Weather Station. And it's quite interesting because in this display we actually have the papers of a man who helped organize that Joint Arctic Weather Station in Eureka, and he talks about Andrew Taylor. So it was very unusual to find 2 sets of papers that describe the same event, and to see it from 2 different perspectives. So that's very interesting. And of course, my favorite part about it is they actually have a list of all the food stuffs that they brought with them, including 1,200 pounds of beef roast, as they refer to it, and 50 pounds of caramel nougat, and 75 pounds of lard, which I love that sort of intimate glimpse into what they were going to be eating for the next year, because they wouldn't get more supplies until the next year. So anyway, so from that time period, then Andrew Taylor becomes a private surveyor and engineer, and he does projects in the Elizabeth Islands, where Eureka is, and all over Canada, and he really begins to hone his expertise in all of these cold weather areas, and that's essentially what he makes his career on. So the exhibit is open Monday to Friday from 8:30 to 4:30, and people can come to the Archives and Special Collections here at the University of Manitoba on the Fort Garry campus in the Elizabeth Dayful Library. We're located on the 3rd floor, and we're thrilled if people can make it out here. The exhibit is going to be on till August 31st of 2015. So we've got it on for a full year, and we encourage everyone to come out and look at some of the treasures that we have selected from his collection and from the Murray Dean collection that describe his career.